Hi there. Thanks for emailing me about your submission to my IT lab for the Chapter 6 mid-level. Let's take a look at your results and what you can do to fix to bump up that score. So on the screen, I've pulled up the results, the report that my IT lab gives you based on your submission. And because I'm the instructor, I also have the opportunity to download the spreadsheet that you've submitted. So on the left-hand side, I have the results from the My IT Lab, and then on the right-hand side, I have the spreadsheet that you submitted. So let's just go through one by one. So the first one that it marked, or it deducted points for, is number 4, add a reference to the base house price in E5 and total estimated cost in F5. So I'm going to go over to your spreadsheet in E5. You have B8 and the base price is B9. So I'm just going to, or what you should do is change that to B9. That'll give you back the points. The other one is fine. B25 is exactly right. So that'll give you back the points for step 4. For step 5, it says complete the data table using the appropriate input cell. And this one's really hard. It challenges us to think about all that we learned in Chapter 6 about why data tables work and how they work and whatnot. And I have to say, I am super impressed that you manually calculated this, that you figured out the formula to manually calculate how the base cost changes when square footage changes and how total cost changes when square footage changes. And in the old days, not that I'm old, but we would have done that manually. But nowadays, we don't have to do that manually anymore. So unfortunately, I hate to do this to you, but it's what you got to do. Delete what you've got there, select your data table, and go to the Data tab, What If Analysis, Data Table. And then because this whole thing is based on the change in total square footage, our column input cell, and it's columns, right, because it changes in columns. We don't have it constructed to change in rows. It changes in columns. And then what's changing is that square footage, which is B7. There it is, total square footage. So I'll enter B7 and click OK, and you'll see exactly the same results that you have, but it's not asking us to give it the right results because we could configure the right results in a million different ways. What it wants to see is that you know how to build a data table. So that'll give you back the points for Chapter 5. Okay, and then I believe that the points deducted for Step 6 are just a cascading effect. Because it's looking for that underlying calculation to be sitting there and it wasn't for yours, you have the right cells highlighted. I would leave it alone. I think you'll get the points back for Step 6 as well. And then that's also true for Step 10. You have formatted the results with the accounting number format and 0 decimal places, but I think the underlying issue is that, so what it does is well, let me back up a step. Sorry about that. So for any one of these, if you haven't been, you can click the red box with the white arrow to see exactly what it doesn't like. And then here, do you see it's expanding and it's saying, well, it doesn't like this result and it doesn't like this. It randomly picks results and looks for them. And I think that's why it doesn't like yours, is because, again, it was looking for that data table feature to be sitting there, and instead it found a manually calculated result. So I think you'll get back the points for Step 10 as well. Do those revisions, submit again, and email me if you have any other questions. You're doing really great in the course. Yeah, I'm here to help at any time.